dogs got dance lessons. I used their good music. Call meeting to order. Go right to agenda. Moving to athletics, Mr. Renzi.
Request approval of 25-26 winter sports supplementals as proposed. No questions or objections, I'll get it placed on the agenda.
Hearing none will be placed on the agenda.
That's all I have. Mr. Martucci?
No, sir.
Mr. Evans?
Nothing, thank you.
That's all I have. Mr. Manzella? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Renzi. Moving to buildings and grounds, Mr. Detwiler.
Thank you, Mr. Pansell. I request approval of the following event and building usage request. And I'd like to have items 1 through 10 spread, and with no questions or objections, have those placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it will be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to hire as a 4-hour custodian effective March 31st, 2025. No questions or objections, have that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it will be placed on the agenda.
To award a professional services contract for architectural engineering and/or construction management services for potential Dunbar Township Elementary School renovation project. Such professional services contract to be in accordance with their request for proposal issued by the district and proposed received from such firm, but subject to and pending final review, approval, and revision by the district solicitor. Such contract is not required to be bid out as a professional service contract, and with no questions or objections, have that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it will be placed on the agenda.
Request approval for the attached proposal for the Wilkins Company Incorporated to upgrade the Gamewell Flex 600 firewall panel at Springfield Township CMP Elementary School in the amount of $14,583. Pricing is CoStar's contract, and with no questions or objections, and I'd like to place on the agenda.
Hearing none, it will be placed on the agenda.
Mr. Kokenar, anything?
Nothing, thank you.
I believe we have no buildings and grounds. That's all we have, Mr. Manzella. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Detwiler. Moving to the Carnegie Free Library, Mrs. Driscoll.
Hi. Yeah, I do have some things under this. I just, at the last meeting, was absolutely amazed to find out all the programs that the Carnegie Free Library offers to the residents. And just to tell you a quick couple of things, they have a program called the Learning Lamp. It's every third Saturday of the month. It's from 10 to 11. They offer snacks, books, and a story hour. And the age group is from actually prenatal to preschool. So it's for our youngest kids, and sounds like a great program. They also have story hours on Wednesdays and Thursdays. They have Zumba classes, exercise classes every Wednesday from 10 to 11. And that's done through Nancy's Swim. They have a summer program at East Park, which is, it's the theme world of advent. The theme is World of Adventure. They actually bring in zoo animals, and they make all kinds of things that work around their stories. So it's a craft, it's a story, it's a great program. It's from July, all through July, and the first week of August, Fridays from 10 to 1. And any of the students that need community service hours, they're looking for volunteers. So all you have to do is contact the library, 724-628-1380. They'd be happy to talk to you about that. So just a little bit about what's happening in our library. It's a great place. That's all I have. Mr. Martre, do you have anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Harshman?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you, that's all I have.
Thank you, Mrs. Driscoll. Moving to the Collinsville Area and Career and Technical Center, Mr. Kokenar.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. We have nothing at this time. Mr. Detwiler?
Nothing, sir.
That's all we have, Mr. Panzella, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kokenar. Moving to curriculum, Mr. Martucci.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval of the following professional employee travel. Jason McClain is requested to attend the Fayette County Junior Envirothon competition on Friday, April 11th, 2025 at Camp Christian Middle Run, PA. Number 2, Kelly Reese, Kelly Reynolds, Joy Osatrina are requesting to visit Jacobs Creek Watershed on Friday, May 9th, 2025. With no question or objections, I'd like to place on Wednesday's agenda.
Hearing none, will be placed on the agenda.
Request approval of the cooperative agreement between Mount Aloysius College and the Collinsville School District for the college and high school program for the 25-26 school year. With no questions or objections, I'd like that placed on Wednesday's agenda.
Hearing none to be placed on the agenda.
And that's all I have. Mr. Detwiler.
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Renzi.
No, sir.
Dr. Coons.
I have nothing, thank you.
That's all, Mr. Panzella. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martucci. Moving to cyber, Mr. Martre.
Thank you, Mr. Penzo. We have nothing for the agenda on Wednesday evening. Mr. Driscoll, do you have anything?
I have nothing, thank you.
Mr. Hartsman?
Nothing, thank
Mr. Goss?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Martre. Moving to federal programs, Mr. Harshman.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval to hold a two-day STEM enrichment camp with dates to be determined at Bullskin Elementary, Dunbar Township Elementary, Springfield Clifford M. Pritz Elementary, West Crawford Elementary, and the Connellsville Area Middle School, and the Connellsville Area High School, at an approximate cost of $20,000 to be paid for by the Title IV funds, depending the ability of staff. And no questions or objections, I make that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it'll be placed on the agenda.
Item 13B, Kinder Camp. Request approval to hold Kinder Camp for incoming kindergarten students to be held at each elementary building in August at an approximate cost of $10,000 with costs paid from Title I funds. No questions or objections, I'd like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it'll be placed on the agenda.
Item 13C, request approval to hold a CASD Tech Camp with date and times to be determined. Availability for teachers to attend a day of professional development. This camp will focus on introductory and advanced level training sessions tailored to teacher needs in the areas of technology initiatives and core instructional practices, paid for by Title IV funds. No questions or objections, I'd like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it'll be placed on the agenda.
That's all I have, Mr. Renzi.
I have nothing, sir.
Mr. Martucci.
No, sir. Thank you.
Dr. Coons.
I have nothing, thank you.
We have no more, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harshman. Moving to finance, Mr. Renzi.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval of the following donations to the CACTC from Frey Lumber Company Incorporated, to the CAHS Bible Club from Tom and Vicki Neiswanger, $200, to the Prom Committee from Denny Field, $2,025, and for the piano restoration from Jennifer and Dennis Cruiser, $50, Edward and Holly Haley Dally, $100, Molinar Law, which is $100, Wendy Matchett, $25, Excursions Full Service Salon, $50, James Duncan, $100, Stone and Company, $100, Donald Ronaldo, $100, Fayette Emergency Medical Service, $100, Roger Prince, $200, Anna Marie Trimbath, $50, Falcon Foundation, $500, Michael Roselle, $100, Esposito Medical Associates, $50, Mary Clemmer Brady, $100, online donations totaled $1,301.18, and cash donations were $605.50. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, they're on the agenda.
Question, how long are they going to be accepting the donations for this time? How long are you guys going to be accepting?
Can't answer that, it's not public comment.
Pardon me?
You're out of line with, it's not public comment to ask questions
Well,
at
then,
this time.
point of order.
There is no point of order.
Request
We're
approval,
we're in the middle of our agenda.
request approval of the 5-year contract renewal for the lease of a postage machine between Pitney Bowes and the Collinsville School District in the amount of $1,865.16 per year. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, they'll be placed on the agenda.
And request approval of the attached requisitions and orders and to authorize district business office to process purchase orders and payments. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, they'll be placed on the agenda.
Mr. Detweiler?
I have nothing, sir.
Mr. Kokenauer?
Nothing, thank you.
And Mrs. Robinson?
Nothing, thank you.
Are you sure? Okay, that's all I have, Mr. Manzella.
Thank you, Mr. Renzi. Moving to food service, Mr. Martre.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval to hire as a 5-hour cafeteria employee effective March 27, 2025. No questions or objections, I'd like to have that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to hire as a 4-hour cafeteria employee effective March 27th, 2025. No questions or objections, like to have that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
And 15C, request approval to hire as a 4-hour cafeteria employee effective March 27th, 2025. No questions or objections, like to have that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
And 15B, substitutes, request a conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the substitute cafeteria list for the 24-25 school year. No questions or objections, like to have that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
That's all we have. Mr. Cookenary, you have anything?
Nothing, thank you.
Good enough. You have anything?
Yeah, just like to make a couple additional comments. We did receive another $12,000 in our DoD produce program. And again, that's from the USDA, and it helps our breakfast and lunch, serving lunch for kids. And we also have a $5,000 scholarship with Puerto Rico Food Service Directors, which again goes to any senior graduating this year, and if they are in a food service related nutrition or a culinary arts program, they're going to go to see the food service director of the administration office.
No? Thank you. That's all we have.
Thank you, Mr. Morte. Moving to personnel and review and liaison, Mr. Renzi.
Thank you, Ms. Manzella. Request a conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the professional substitute list for the 2024-2025 school year for a special ed PK-12 sub and emergency sub. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request a conditional approval contingent upon successful submission of screening and background checks of the following additions to the support personnel substitute list for the 2024-2025 school year. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
16D, the following family and medical leave act leaves are confirmed by the board. Long-term substitute teacher effective February 27, 2025, intermittently for the remainder of the 2024-2025 school year. For a teacher effective March 10, 2025, intermittently for the remainder of the 2024-2025 school year. And for a clerk effective March 1, 2025, intermittently for the remainder of the 2024-2025 school year. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, but I don't know, did you read 16C, Mr. Renzi?
I thought we were skipping that one.
You have to resend it.
Get to read it.
Oh, okay. I rescinded it, okay. 16C, request approval to rescind the memorandum of understanding between the Collinsville Area School District and Chauffeurs, Teamsters, and Helpers Union 491 regarding 2-hour delay. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval for an A to extend her leave of absence for the remainder of the 2024-2025 school year. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval for an aide to take a leave of absence effective on or about April 3rd, 2025, for the remainder of the 2024-2025 school year. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval for a monitor to take a leave of absence effective March 18th through April 8th, 2025. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval for a cafeteria to take a leave of absence effective March 21st, 2025, for the remainder of the 2024-2025 school year. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to hire the following personal student aide effective March 26th, 2025. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the resignation of a support personnel effective March 21st, 2025. No questions or objections, like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the resignation of the Workforce Development Coordinator effective May 2nd, 2025. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the retirement of the teacher effective June 2nd, 2025. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the retirement of a teacher effective June 2nd, 2025. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the retirement of the cafeteria effective May 27th, 2025. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, it'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the retirement of the cafeteria effective May 30th, 2025. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval of the memorandum of understanding between the Collinsville Area School District and the Collinsville Area Education Association regarding posting for cosmetology instructor position at the CTC as proposed. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval of release time for Margaret Rockwell, PSEA, ESP, with the cost to be reimbursed by PSEA for March 25th, 2025. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval to accept the retirement of the custodian effective April 14th, 2025.
Hearing
No
none.
questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Take a break here before I have to read this next one.
2 minute intermission.
Request approval to authorize and appoint WVU Medicine, Uniontown Hospital, and/or their affiliated sites of service to perform and submit standalone drug screens for district supplemental employees in accordance with and as required by District Board Policies 314, 414, 514, and 916, collective bargaining and employment agreements, the Public School Code, Section 418B, and Section 1402A, number 4, the 28 PA Code, Chapter 23, Section 23.9 and Section 23.44, the Health Information Protection Portability Act, the Federal Education Rights and Privacy Act, and other ethical laws and resignation.
Regulation.
Want me to read that again?
No, just regulation.
No questions or objections like to be placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Request approval for Brandy Corbin and Kristen Fitzgerald, CAES PA officers for release time on April 24th for a half a day and April 25th day, 2025, to attend the PSEA ESP House of Delegates in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. No questions or objections like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Hey, Mr. Renzi, one clarification on 16I. That was read as March 26th, but that February 26th date is correct. That's retroactive.
Okay. Thank you. Mr. Delwell,
Nothing, sir.
Mr. Martucci,
No, sir.
Mrs. Kokenar, Mr. Evans, anything?
Nothing else.
That's all I have, Mr. Manzella. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
Moving to policy and legislative, Mr. Martre.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. We have nothing for the agenda on Wednesday. Mrs. Driscoll, do you have anything?
I have nothing, thank you.
Mr. Harshman?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Evans?
Nothing, thank you.
That's all we have.
Thank you, Mr. Martre. Moving to safety and security, Mr. Martucci.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Request approval of the following additions to the security substitute list for the 2024-2025 school year. With no questions or objections, I'd like to place on Wednesday's agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
And that's all I have. Mr. Driscoll?
I have nothing, thank you.
Mr. Parlay?
I have nothing, thank you.
That's all we have, Mr. Panzella. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to special education, Mr. Harshman.
Thank you, Mr. Panzella. Item 19A, Special Education Plan. Request approval of the Connellsville Area School District Special Education Plan 2025 through 2028. No questions or objections, I'd like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
That's all I have, Mr. Driscoll.
I have nothing, thank you.
Mr. Martray,
Nothing, thank you.
that's all we have, thank you.
Moving to student services, Mrs. Driscoll.
20A, request approval of the following travel, and I'd like to put items 1 through 36 together. And with no questions or objections, I'd like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, they'll be placed on the agenda.
And that's all we have. Mr. Kokenauer, do you have anything else?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you, that's all we have.
Thank you, Mrs. Driscoll. Moving to technology, Mr. Detwiler.
Thank you, Mr. President. Request approval of the 5-year lease agreement with Vantage Financial for Sophos XGS 5500 network security appliance and a 5-year Extreme license at an annual cost of $16,625. I assume that that's a leasing company, not the company selling it to us, right?
Right,
Who's selling it to us?
Gov Connection.
Ah, okay. With no questions or objections, place that on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
Mr. Martre, anything?
No.
Mr. Harshman?
Nothing, thank you.
Mr. Ghost?
Nothing else, thank you.
Thank you. That's all we have, Mr. Van Zyl.
Thank you, Mr. Detwiler. Moving to transportation, Mr. Kokenar.
Thank you, Mr. Panzala. Request approval of additions, updates to the bus management drivers list. No questions or objections. I like that placed on the agenda.
Hearing none, that'll be placed on the agenda.
That's all I have, Mr. Panzala. Mr. Martucci?
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Ramsey?
Thank you, Mr. Adams. Nothing, thank you.
That's all we have, Mr. Panzala. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kokenar. Nothing under the president's report. Next, we'll move into public comment for non-agenda items. We have Sonny Bentley on paraprofessionals.
Thank you. If I misspoke earlier, I apologize, but I think it is curious that I did actually look up on the Office of Open Records website before I get to the paraprofessionals. The question is, can the public ask questions during the comment period? Yes, although members of the agency are not required to provide an answer, it is good practice to do so whenever possible. Answering questions can demonstrate commitment to help your constituents, and in many cases, answering questions informally at a public meeting can reduce future requests under the right to know law, which saves time and money for both the agency and the commenter requester. So just wanted to say that. This may be rumor, I don't know for sure, but I've had a couple people call me as a former paraprofessional. It seems that this district does not appreciate them for what they are. They are the backbone to the teachers who handle the special education, special needs students. There is a rumor going around that in past practice, paraprofessionals have always gotten paid for a full day for 80 days. There is a rumor going around that they are only allowed to go for the first half of the day now. This has been past practice for numerous years. It also helps the paraprofessionals hire their additional 20 hours of training highly qualified to work individually with students. With that said, real quick, I would like to make a formal request that all future board meetings be held here in room 121. That provides ample lighting to see the directors as they speak and the better acoustics without the need of microphones to hear everything that is being said with or without the microphones or the problems until public attendance should exhaust the capacity of this room. Thank you.
All we have for non-agenda items, assistant superintendent,
I have nothing, thank you.
Mr. Evans,
Nothing tonight, thank you.
motion adjourned.